Hey, everybody, welcome. We are really excited to throw together this panel and discussion on a really important topic that means so much to all of us. And we're just going to dive right in and we're going to jump into intros. Katie, if you want to take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Moni. Yes, my name is Katie Wyan, and I work for Excelsior College. I've worked for the college for about 3 years now, and I really, really enjoy it. Education is a passion of mine. I'm a military spouse, and I feel very strongly that education is the pathway to career stability. So no matter where we move, I feel that education can help get me that career or entrepreneurship idea off the ground that I'm passionate about and help me along the career pathway. So personally, I have 2 bachelor's degrees and 3 master's degrees. And one of my degrees is from Excelsior College. So I'm really excited to talk about the topic today about, why entrepreneurship and how education is a part of that.
Awesome. Wow. I don't know if I can go after that. I feel like I only have 1 degree. I am Moni Jefferson. I am the CEO and co-founder of the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs. And I'm really passionate as well as Katie, which is why this is a perfect conversation. And Flossie and I have this conversation all the time. I'm really passionate about really helping spouses and advocating for them to have the resources and the tools for them to be successful, whether it's their careers or entrepreneurship. Of course, I'm advocating for entrepreneurship because I'm passionate about it. It's helped me in my life and my confidence and my financial situation. So I'm really excited to have this conversation and pull back some of those layers and share some ways that entrepreneurship can be an option for military spouses.
And I'm Flossie Hall. I'm the COO and co-founder of AMSE, and I'm super excited to be here and talk about this. I know that military spouses are often career students, and that's often, I love, Katie, that you have 1 million degrees, and I was kind of on that path at the same time. Yeah, I have an associate's degree and 2 bachelor's degrees, and I'm in school now at Michigan and working on another degree. But I'm also an entrepreneur, and I love entrepreneurship because it allows you to take control of your own career, but I'm forever learning. So we're going to talk about that today because even as an entrepreneur without a degree, there's still so many ways to continue your education. And I feel like we're learning every single day, no matter what, because in entrepreneurship, we all don't know what we're doing. We're just at different levels of not knowing what we're doing. So you constantly have to learn in so many different ways. So tell us about this partnership, Katie, between Excelsior College and AMSE and what we do at the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs and how great of a fit it's going to be with our spouses that are learning how to start and grow a business, but also what they can learn from Excelsior and what you guys do.
Yes, we're really excited about the partnership with AMSE. So a little bit about Excelsior. We're an online, a regionally accredited nonprofit institution, and we're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. So we're super excited. And the partnership, pretty much, it helps AMSE members streamline the application process, the admissions process, figuring out what degree they want to do. Maybe they just want to take a couple classes. So we offer partnership discounts on tuition, a free application, and then there's a dedicated partnership team trained to help AMSE members continue their education. So you won't just call in and get a 1-800 number, and you will get a partnership team member who can help you, give you a personalized one-on-one experience. And we offer a variety of degrees, but the ones that entrepreneurs seem to travel towards or move towards is the business degrees. So we do have bachelor's in business and an MBA and an MSM, which is the master's in science and management, which is the degree that I did. I'm not an accounting person, but we also have an MBA, and then we have degrees in cyber as well. So a big one for entrepreneurs is that cyber piece. We have bachelor's and master's. So those are the 2 degrees we find entrepreneurs kind of go towards, but there's over 40 degree programs, and you can come and just take a couple classes if you like, or you can go for a full degree program. We even have classes that are non-credit bearing. So, whatever we can do to help you get where you want to be. And so we really feel strongly that partnering with organizations such as AMSE really help build those pathways for students. You guys offer some amazing training. You put together some, wonderful videos and great ways for people to start learning different topics and see what interests them, see what they need to learn more about. So we love being able to partner with organizations that just really complement what we're both doing. And then on top of that, about 50% of our students are military or veterans. So we have a really strong tie to the military and veteran community, and feel strongly about supporting military and veterans, which is, of course, near and dear to my heart as a military spouse, but really trying to help, the military community reach their career goals overall.
Yeah, and here at AMSE, we have education in our curriculum, but we have we have an overview of the things that you need to do. We go over the basic accounting that you might need. We go over the basic legal skills that you might need, but we're not going to give you a full accounting course. We're not going to give you a full legal course. We're not going to give you a full deep dive into how to build, your entire financial analysis that you would get in a college course. I've never, had never taken business classes prior to building my business, but I'm sure having a business degree or solid business classes would have made my first business a lot less bumpy than it was in the beginning. And I've learned that now that I've learned business curriculum and business education. So I love that this partnership is going to help our spouses take a deeper dive into the topics that they want to learn, because a lot of them are coming to us and they're just dipping their toes into entrepreneurship and they don't know even the path sometimes that they want to go on. So they can actually come get started and then take a deeper dive into specific areas. Like you said, even if it is generally in entrepreneurship or generally in business or an MBA, or they can really hone in and go into accounting or into specified areas that they want to, instead of going to the school of Google and the school of YouTube like I did when I started my business. Which is great, but it was way bumpier than it needed to be at the beginning. So tell us, Moni, tell us all about why entrepreneurship is ideal for today's military spouse, because obviously that's our jam here at AMSE, and we fully believe in that.
Yeah. So when Katie and I were talking initially about this, I was like, man, Katie brought up a lot of really great points about, the military spouse is not what it used to be. I like to consider us like a hybrid chameleon type of spouses. Like, we have just transformed. And for me, I've noticed it personally in the last 10 years. In starting my business, I didn't know some of these resources were available. I didn't know some of the resources were lacking until I needed them. Like Flossie said, the school of YouTube and trying to build. And so when we were talking, I was like, entrepreneurship is just so different for spouses nowadays, or being a military spouse is so different. You're no longer just a stay-at-home mom. A lot of the spouses that stay home nowadays do have what they call side hustles, or, a small business, or they aren't full-blown entrepreneurs. And this was inspiring because it takes the spouse from being there to support their military member to also building alongside their career at the same time, and not keeping them in one place and not being able to do anything, which is how I felt. I felt really, really stuck until I found entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship really helps the military spouse, because military spouses are moving all the time, right? It's not a secret. We have to move. So when you move, you can't, build your career in a company if the company doesn't offer remote positions for you to, move up in different tiers and build a career in your field of work or what you're passionate about. And that's what entrepreneurship is solving. We're solving that problem. We're helping the 24% of military, our rate is 24% of military spouses are underemployed. Most people don't even know that. In the conversations we have, sometimes people are like, really? Spouses don't have jobs? And then when we have this conversation, they're like, wow, I didn't think about that, you're right. It would be hard to keep a job and move every 3 years. So that's why entrepreneurship is ideal. You know, military spouses are taking their careers into their own hands. They are, you know, it offers flexibility. So they're able to work during the crazy hours or during a PCS or during a TDY when your spouse is gone and you have to move things around because right at that time you're a mom and a dad. You know, you're juggling everything. You know, a lot of our spouses have degrees or have education that they're not able to use, and entrepreneurship allows them the ability to work in their field of work and expertise and what they're good at or what they're passionate about. And of course, they can always set their own pay and who they want to work with. Sometimes when you're in a career, you work for somebody, you have to work with people or clients that might not be ideal, but you know, as a spouse who runs their own business, you have that option. You have the option to set your pay rate as well, which is where the education piece comes in too, because you can always say, hey, I have an education in this, I have this degree, I'm certified, and this is why my pay rate is where it is.
I love that. And I know that that's why we do this here. And my degrees are in psychology and biology. And I always thought, like, you know, as an entrepreneur, my first business was a food business. And I was like, well, I'm not using my degrees. But I think that that's a lot of baloney, because I absolutely used my degrees in building my business, because I built a health food business, and my health food business, it required me to use my degrees. I needed to know biology and health and psychology, and sales required me to use basic psychology. And now I use my data analysis in, you know, my business and in every different way. And I use math all the time. So I'm so glad I went up to, you know, calculus 2 and statistics. And so even though I have a biology degree and a psychology degree, I can't say I don't use those skills. I definitely use those skills in entrepreneurship in every way. So Katie, tell us a little bit about, you know, how entrepreneurship can help to reduce stress in military spouses. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think Moni touched on that quite a bit of, you know, being able to provide for your family, being able to provide that steady income, being able to feel satisfied that you have a career, you know, empowered, passionate about something. Because there's a lot of military spouses who want to work. There's a lot of military spouses who want to work, but may feel like they can't for one reason or another. And entrepreneurship gives them that opportunity and gives them that chance, you know, that flexibility, that, you know, ability to still be a spouse, still have a kid, still have a family, but then also feel like you're a contributing member of your family. You're bringing in income, you know, that self-satisfaction, the self-esteem growth. You see military spouses who own their own business, they're awesome. They're, you know, they're out there, they're promoting themselves. They're, you know, you can tell they're having fun. They're excited about what they do. And it provides that, because it can be really draining to go from base to base to base. And, you know, even if you do find a career you love, you're having to leave it behind. So entrepreneurship offers that flexibility to keep going, keep growing, and keep building upon, you know, what you've already started and what you've already accomplished.
Yeah, and just to add value to that, you know, I have a background and degree in public relations and communications, and when I got the degree, I already had one child, and so because of the moving, I felt very stagnant. I mean, I thought I had to just go and work for a company in their communications department to be successful, and so I didn't work for a long time, and it was really stressful for me. You know, you brought up the confidence level and things like that. I not only wanted to help provide financially, but for my self-esteem and for the stress of like just having something that was my own really helped. So I will say, like, entrepreneurship also helps with like stress, like you said, confidence. It helps with divorce rates. The spouse now has something that belongs to them. They have a team, or they're working in, like we talked about earlier, their field of work, or what they're passionate about, or something that they desire to do or create. And it also helps reduce divorce rates, because spouses are not asking their member and stressing their member out that they're just home. They don't know anybody. They don't have anything to do. And entrepreneurship will gives them something to do, you know, and it helps the military member retention rate. Spouses have their own thing going on other than just, you know, being a mom and supporting a military member. They now have their own thing going on. So they're happy. And that means the military member is happy and the military member stays in. So it's an ideal, perfect fit, right?
Yes, I think it's an ideal fit. I'm also
sorry, I get a little excited because I feel this, like that's what I went through, you know, like I felt like there was nothing that mattered, that what I was doing was just being home with the kids and taking care of them. And I felt that. I felt discouraged and I felt lonely and I felt like I didn't have value to add, although I know all those things are different. But when I found my, I'm gonna call it a hook, and then I got hooked and I was like, I love this. I can work with who I want, when my spouse is gone, and I can use my degree and I can build upon that. So it's really exciting. It fires me up. So I get a little excited to talk about this.
Yeah, and I think the families report that just came out too, it said the number one reason that the military member separates is due to the military spouse's job or lack of job and lack of employment. So it does contribute to overall military readiness. And think of the amount of dollars that our, government loses that they've spent in training our service members, right? And so it's a huge thing. And when our military spouses are happy, our service members are happy, our military kids are happy. And I think it's a reason that we see that we end up as military spouses with all of these degrees because we can't find a job. So we're like, well, I'll just go get another master's degree because I can do that from home. And I feel like I'm doing something to feel empowered and better myself until I can get a job. But instead, let's use those skills to build a business at the same time, right? So here at AMSE, we teach you how to build a business, but we want you to use those skills and that education to make money. So we love education. We love that, but we want to put dollars in your pocket. We don't want you to be a lifetime student and not have money. So our whole goal is economic impact. So how can we use all these skills and get you to make some money at the same time? So we are firm believers in continued education constantly. So as an entrepreneur, you always have to absorb new things every day, whether it's listening to podcasts or reading books or reading blogs or, watching lives or wherever you're absorbing your content. But you also need to continue that education. So it could be through certifications or some of the things that you talked about, Katie, that you need to dive deeper into your business. You do need to take those classes. You do need to become a better business owner. And you do need to maybe go get that MBA because you are now a serious entrepreneur and you realize there are in your business knowledge that you needed to have to become a bigger business owner. And you guys provide that support. So I think this partnership between AMSE and Excelsior is just such a perfect fit because we have this brief overview curriculum that says, let's get you started. Let's teach you these basic skills and let's give you this, kind of 10-minute modules that walk you through these baby steps on how to get you through these things, coupled with these master classes. But you guys dive really deep into the education and the certifications and help walk you through that. So I think it's such a great partnership and the way that we can work together and all the things that we can offer together. So how do our spouses sign up and where do they go? How do they do all the things?
Yes, so we do have a partnership page set up for AMSE on our website. So if they go to excelsior.edu and they search for AMSE, either AMSE or the Association of Military Spouse Entrepreneurs, it will pop up and they can find all the details there. And like I said, they'll have one person that'll reach out that'll help them through the whole process, answer any questions they may have, do a review of their credits if they want. We do unofficial reviews of credits. Most people come in with 5 to 7 transcripts. We're happy to take them and review them for you, look it over before you even apply, and give you a good estimate of how many classes you have to take for that degree. Because we take transfer credits into both bachelor's and master's degree programs. So if you started a master's degree program, maybe you didn't finish it, maybe something happened, life happened, we can always evaluate that and see if we can count those for credit. That's what happened to me. I transferred credits into my MSM program and only had to take 5 classes. So it becomes much more attainable when you put everything together and see, wow, I really do have a lot more than I thought I did. And Excelsior will put it all together for me and then hopefully train me where I want to be trained and, get me to where I want to be quicker and affordably. So yeah, we're really, really excited. And, they can just go to the Excelsior website, check it out. The tuition and fees is all there. The partnership discounts, all that stuff. And then they can inquire.
Yeah, and just to add to that as well, if you're not a part of AMSE, head over to our website, amse.co. We have a free membership for military spouses, whether you're just starting or you're scaling. Like Flossie said, we have high-touch master classes, we have the Building Your Business the AMSE Way curriculum, we have group coaching, we have co-working spaces, and on top of that, we have peer-to-peer mentorship. So we get it. We get what you're going through. Flossie and I are going through it right now, and we're doing it with hundreds of spouses in our community. So feel free to join us. Make sure you check us out. Send us an email if you have questions, and connect with Katie and get that support that you need if you want continuing education or you want to dive deeper into your master's or any degree that you want to have. Just to add, learning is a really powerful tool. And we're so excited to talk today about why entrepreneurship is ideal for today's military spouse. And thank you guys for joining us.